Cemetery and funeral arrangements are never easy topics. Whether you are making arrangements following the death of a loved one or making advance plans for yourself, it can be overwhelming and full of decisions. You can have peace of mind and help control costs by asking the right questions, comparing prices and services, and making informed decisions. Here are some important points to consider. Decide in advance. Plan for a loved one, plan for yourself. Planning in advance can relieve you and your loved ones of that responsibility at the time of death. Take the time now to discuss these matters with your loved ones and put any requests in writing. A pre-need arrangement includes selecting cemetery and funeral goods and services in advance of need with a licensed funeral establishment or cemetery. Consumers can fund a pre-need arrangement in several ways, including but not limited to a trust account administered by the funeral establishment or cemetery through an insurance policy, a pay-on-death POD account, or by setting aside money in a personal trust or bank account. When paying in advance, consider the following. Ask for a guaranteed price plan. Make sure the funds in your pre-need trust account increase in value. Find out who the trustee is and where your money is being invested. Find out if you have to pay the entire amount into the trust account up front or if you can pay over time. Let your loved ones know of your plans and provide them copies. Put your wishes in writing. Give copies to family members and your attorney, and keep a copy in a place where it can be easily accessed. Understand your rights about price lists. Federal law requires funeral establishments to quote prices over the phone and to give you a general price list, GPL, and a casket price list, CPL, when you ask in person about arrangements and prices. Ask for a printed copy of the GPL and CPL when comparing goods and services from different funeral establishments. Ask about the fine print when it comes to cancellations, refunds, and changes. Be aware cemetery charges are separate from funeral establishment charges. Know what goods or services, if any, are not included and what additional fees may be due at time of need. If you choose a traditional burial, you will need to purchase a cemetery plot unless you are eligible for burial at no cost in a veteran cemetery. Ask about additional fees or restrictions that may be associated with the burial. Get an itemized statement and/or contract. Periodically, check on your trust account and request a statement. Always check the license. Make sure those you are trusting with cemetery and funeral arrangements have the necessary valid licenses. You can verify a license status at www.cfb.ca.gov. Should you find yourself in a situation where you have a complaint about a funeral establishment, crematory, or state-regulated cemetery, try to settle it with management first. If you can't resolve this issue, call the Cemetery and Funeral Bureau at 800-952-5210. You can also download a complaint form online at www.cfb.ca.gov. Please note, the Bureau has no jurisdiction over cemeteries operated by religious organizations, cities, counties, cemetery districts, the military, or Native American tribal organizations. The Cemetery and Funeral Bureau's Consumer Guide, available at www.cfb.ca.gov, is made for you and your loved ones, whether you need it now or later. To learn more about the Cemetery and Funeral Bureau and for consumer guides, visit www.cfb.ca.gov or call 800-952-5210.